Hi, Daryl Wittenberg here with ISI. Today I want to focus on a unique feature that ISI brings to the table. One of the major focuses that ISI addresses for a lot of our clients is how to cut and profile pipe and tube and vessels. One of the major obstacles for most of our clients to buy one of these pieces of equipment is the upfront capital investment that it takes and wondering if it's going to be a good fit for their culture. So what we did a few years ago at ISI is we decided that we were going to invest in this equipment and put it into our rental fleet. We're the only people in North America that rents this kind of equipment, and it's allowed our clients to rent one of these pieces of equipment, make sure it fits their shop, does what we say it can do, and it makes them much more confident in making their purchase decision. Today we're going to show you the Mueller RV 600 Compact. This is a machine that has a 2 to 24 inch capability. It will allow you to cut pipe up to double randoms in length. It sits on a skid, so it's very easy to bring in and set up on a permanent or a temporary basis in your shop. This is the carriage that does all the cutting. Down here we have the chuck that grabs the pipe and rotates. Over here I've got Marco. He's going to be our operator today. And I'm going to let him go through and start showing some of the functions of the torch. So this is our torch. We can obviously articulate backwards and forwards for a bevel. So if you're cutting a hole and you want to bevel the hole, this is how we get that action. And then this whole unit will rotate, giving you the ability to bevel that hole. So if you're doing holes with bevels or straight holes without a bevel, if you're doing end cuts with a bevel or without a bevel, if you're doing rectangular or square cuts with or without a bevel, and then mitered cuts with or without a bevel, this system can do all of those. The operator would simply use this remote pendant here once he has the programs for the cut sequence programmed into the computer. This system will also integrate to your drawing package. So if you're in SolidWorks or something that can give us a PCF format, we can actually take that drawing, import it into the machine, and it will go ahead and program all your cut lengths, all your holes, your bevel angles, things of that sort. So the operator is not going to be responsible for programming the cut at the machine. This machine is a trolley machine. So if you look down here, we have trolleys that are holding our pipe. I'm going to bring the pipe in, and then we're going to clamp the pipe in the chuck. So now we've got our pipe chucked into the chuck, or clamped into the chuck. One thing I did want to show you is that with this system, because it is a trolley-based system, the chuck is not going to elevate adjust for the center line. So it's at a fixed center line position, so we adjust for center line using these hydraulic jacks on these trolleys. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm nice and level, and then I clamp. So we had pre-leveled this, but you would just simply adjust here on the hydraulic elevation for these trolleys. Right now we're using 2 trolleys. We have 2 more that we're not using that would come with the machine as well. The other thing I want to point out here is we're cutting some welding coupons for demonstrations of our automated welding systems. So you'll notice that we've got several pieces of pipe here that are tacked together so that we can cut those coupons out of these drop pieces. Normally you would be working with a solid piece of pipe and you wouldn't have all these joints that you would have to avoid while you're cutting. But now that we've got the pipe chucked in, our pipe is level, we're ready to go. We'll start programming the cut. Okay, so now we're over here at the operator control panel, and like I said earlier, we have the option of just importing the drawing to this system using our 3D PP software. But Marco is one of our, well, he is our senior technician. He actually manages all of our installs and all of our other technical services group. And I've got Marco here today. He's going to show you how to program in a cut at the machine. So what we're going to program in is just a 3-inch cut with a bevel on each end. That's 8-inch Schedule 40 pipe, but these are going to be welding coupons. So we just cut them 3 inches long, and then we take those and use them in our demonstrations of welding system. So Marco, take it away and you can show us how to program that cut.
So up here we have our design program, and you can list your customer, project, and part number. So you can isolate per customer, job number, or spool sheet. Here we have our pipe parameters, and those change based off what pipe you're cutting, the diameter and wall thickness. So we're just simply going to add a new cut. And here we have different cut options. We have slots, saddle cuts, cutouts, or miters. So we're going to select a miter cut and add, and then we're going to edit this cut. In these parameters, we call out where we want our cut to start. So we're going to start at our 0 location that we set on the machine, and our Y orientation is going to start at 0 as well. Here we have our pipe parameters, diameter and thickness. The angle is coming in straight, so it's going to be a straight cut off. We could change that to a 45 degree. And that would look more like a miter cut there. For our purpose, we're going to keep it at 90. Your bevel angle is going to be determined by your shop standard. Here we use 37.5. And so that cut is now programmed. So now we're going to add new cut. We go back to the same screen. If I wanted to add a hole, I could. I'm going to add a end cut, which is a miter. Now for our test coupons, we just use small 3-inch pieces. And then we're going to start again on our orientation at 0. Pipe parameters stay the same. Our bevel angle, we use 37.5. And here we change from the left side to the right side, knowing that we are cutting this piece off. So once that is programmed, we can actually show the part itself. And we know that the part looks correct, our part length is correct, and so we are now ready to cut.
Okay, so we've programmed our cut in. We've sent it to the machine and told the machine to go ahead and start the cut. So now your operator is going to control everything from this remote pendant. So we've aligned the torch, we're ready to go on this, but one thing I forgot to mention earlier, this system comes with plasma, as you're going to see us cut here, and we partner with a Hypertherm 125 for our rental machine, but you also have oxy-fuel loaded onto this machine as well. So if you're doing something that's heavier wall, it gives you the option of cutting with oxy-fuel. All of your controls for your oxy-fuels, torch ignition, and preheating are right here on this as well. So I'm going to start the cut and I'm going to get out of the way. Okay, so we finished our cut. So what we've got here is just a welding coupon, beveled on both sides at 37.5 degrees. You can tell by looking at it, we're pretty clean. And that's just using shop air. We didn't use oxygen, we didn't use nitrogen. If you were to go to a gas or a mix of some sort, it would actually probably be a cleaner cut. But again, just to recap, this is a 2 to 24 inch machine. It can handle double randoms in length. It is available for rent, and it's also available for purchase. This has been a great way for clients to find out if this system or the Watts Mueller system will fit their shop's culture and deliver what we believe is the best pipe profiling and cutting system on the market. Thank you for watching the video today, and I appreciate you giving us your time.